In the next 30 minutes, you're going to see a real-life drama worthy of a Hollywood blockbuster. Stories of life and death, heroes and victims, unexpected victories, and lessons learned. This is The Truth About Trauma. Every day here in San Diego County, countless acts of courage and compassion are performed by an elite team of lifesavers, men and women competing against the clock. Trauma patients who receive intensive care within 60 minutes have triple the chance for survival and dramatically improve their outcomes. Here in San Diego County, trauma deaths are at an all-time low. San Diego's trauma system is one of the best in the world. Here's how it all started. On a warm summer afternoon in 1984, the San Diego County trauma system was prepared to be put to its very first test when gunman James Huberty went on a 77-minute shooting spree at a McDonald's restaurant in San Ysidro.
And I can remember looking at my partner somewhere through the middle of it, Steve Shackford, and we both just sort of looked at each other and nodded and said, yes, we're ready.
Just a year before this tragedy, the County of San Diego Board of Supervisors, in a public-private partnership, approved a trauma system for San Diego County consisting of 5 adult trauma centers and 1 pediatric trauma center.
The whole purpose of the trauma system is to get the right patient to the right hospital in the right time.
During the system's infancy, one of the first comprehensive studies looking at trauma care in the nation, the Amherst study, found before the system was in place, the preventable death rate for trauma victims was 21%.
The first year, 1984, the preventable death rate dropped below 3%, and it's stayed there ever since. So we have conclusive proof that it makes a difference where you're taken after you're injured.
Sharp Memorial, UCSD Medical Center, Mercy Hospital, Scripps Memorial La Jolla, Palomar Medical Center, and Children's Hospital were required to be staffed with an elite team of specialists 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they had to be available on a moment's notice.
It means if you are injured in San Diego County, you are going to rapidly be taken to a trauma center, and it doesn't matter which one. And you're going to have a team ready, waiting, and prepared to take care of you.
As the system developed, paramedics and medical crews from Lifelight gave trauma patients immediate life-saving care in the field.
Initially, when we first began, we flew with a pilot, a nurse, a flight nurse, and a physician from the emergency department.
Nearly 3 decades later, the system is a model for trauma systems worldwide.
You just are amazed sometimes at the people that do survive because of the care that they've received.
And amazing new technology is further improving the care by helping diagnose unseen injuries more quickly in trauma patients.
Now we can see those injuries real time with these new CT scanners, and they get better every day. We're working on technology now that will actually show concussions. It's amazing stuff, and it will really, really change the whole complexion of how we do trauma care.
Technology helps, but the most vital tool is the people behind San Diego's trauma system.
We can't do it by ourselves, and if the one thing that the system has taught us, it is total teamwork.
Teamwork, technology, and research are the keys to the future of trauma care.
There is no question that the knowledge obtained from basic science research, clinical research, will give us the ability to take much better care of our patients.
That extraordinary care has saved more than 150,000 lives in San Diego so far. If you are seriously injured anywhere in the more than 4,000 square miles of San Diego County, in 15 minutes on average, you will be at one of San Diego's 6 trauma centers. It looks like something right out of a Hollywood action movie, but these aren't actors. They're the men and women who make up the first life-saving link in San Diego's trauma system.
We're lucky in San Diego to have highly trained paramedics and EMTs in the field who can really concentrate on keeping the patient breathing, keeping their circulation going, with that high degree of expertise really contributing to saving lives.
It's an amazing, coordinated effort to bring immediate help to someone who's just suffered a traumatic injury. Here's how it works. The county is split into 5 geographic areas. Each adult trauma center is located in one of those defined areas. Rady Children's Hospital, the pediatric trauma center, covers the entire county.
That means that when somebody is identified as a trauma patient, they are rescued, if you will, assessed, delivered to a trauma center that's closest to them.
There's a backup plan in place so every patient receives the best care, no matter how busy the trauma center might be.
Medic 21, I copy. Let me just double check to make sure they're open. Stand by 1 second.
If our hospital gets overrun by activity, all of a sudden we aren't available or as available as we needed to be in the beginning, then one of the other hospitals is available to take over and vice versa. So we work together to do that.
That's what happened when a quiet morning turned to terror at Santana High School.
Unfortunately, I was in his path that day. He showed us no mercy as he shot us as we ran for our lives.
A 15-year-old freshman went on a shooting spree, killing 2 students and wounding 13 others. Paramedics in ambulances and flight medics from Mercy Air delivered the injured teenagers to area trauma centers within 20 minutes.
From the time of the injury to the time of the response, communication-wise, to the delivery of the patient, and then what we do in here is streamlined. It's really incredible.
From the time the patient enters the trauma room until he leaves the hospital, the same team continues to be involved in their care.
Feeling good enough?
Mm-hmm.
Walking?
Mm-hmm. I've been on crutches twice.
Okay, good.
They know us. I give them my card. They have my pager. Their families call me, ask questions, and I think they just feel a sense of security, knowing that there's someone there for them.
And when trauma survivors are well enough to leave the hospital, the system doesn't desert them. The financial commitment to keep the system running is extraordinary.
Trauma care is a huge burden on the hospital in terms of resources, availability of operating rooms, ICU beds, those kinds of things.
San Diego's trauma system works so well, there's an effort underway to create a statewide trauma system.
Our goal is to consolidate and work together so that we have a network that spans from our border up to Oregon.
It takes many dedicated and trained personnel to make the system work.
Do you understand me?
From the dispatchers at the 911 call center to the paramedics and firefighters who answer those calls. From the trauma teams waiting at San Diego's 6 trauma centers to the staff who keep it all running. These exceptional men and women are the real heroes.